my name's Chris and I'm a fitness instructor at West Kirby Concourse. I hope you're all fit and well, but if you do have any health conditions, we do advise you to go and seek advice from your GP before you do any of our exercise sessions. Also, if you do have any injuries or you feel any discomfort in any of the exercises that we do, please stop. Always make sure that you've got a safe environment, you're wearing safe and effective clothes for whatever exercise you're going to take part in, and always keep hydrated and take rests if you need it. So today what we're going to do is use resistance tubing, where we can use a door. So if you have got one of these packs, you'll open your packs and you'll see some different coloured tubing, and then you'll see different attachments. So first of all, we've got the black tubing, which is the hardest, so that's the heaviest, so that's the strongest resistance, followed by the blue and green, which is medium resistance, followed by red and yellow, yellow being the lightest, and then red, so they're the easiest ones. Then you'll have some attachments, okay, so these are two hand grips, which we will attach later, and I'll show you, to the end of your resistance tubing. You'll also have some Velcro straps. Okay. So pretty similar to these, and we use them in different ways, and these will attach to the bottom of your tubing. In your pack, you will only get one of these, which is a door anchor. Okay, and I do recommend, as you'll see later when I show you how to attach it to the door, it is good to have a couple more attachments, as opposed to you undoing all your equipment to change the positioning for your next exercise. So you can get them on Amazon, quite cheap and reasonable, so I do recommend how to do them. Always make sure that your equipment is safe before you use it. So make sure any of these attachments, your door anchor, it's not frayed, it's not ripped. Same with your tubing, just make sure it's got no tears, okay, and the bottom attachment is secure. So always make sure that your equipment is safe before you go ahead with the exercise. So here you go, here's your door anchor. So I'm going to use a few so I can show you where you can attach them. Always make sure that the door you use is secure. So if we're going to be doing any exercises where we're going to be pulling, you need to make sure you have a door that opens, yeah? Because if you think about it, if you had the attachment the other way and you pulled, you could pull the door open. Also, you need to make sure that if you are working at home, training at home with a door, make sure that when you're doing your exercises, someone doesn't come and open the door whilst you're doing your exercises. Okay, so there's your door anchor. So we can use the attachment to go to the top of the door. So your little bobble there at the top will go in the door. So once we've attached our tubing and we start to do our exercises, it goes through that little loop. Because you're pulling or pushing, it's really secure. Okay? So that would be the top door. I'm going to take this out now because I'm going to show you how you'd attach it to the hinges of your door. So it goes in the hinges. So we're going to go to the top first. Okay, so you feed it through. There's one there. One here. There's one there. So you can see that you've got your 3 attachment points. That's why I say it's good to have more than one attachment point. Because if we're going to do some exercises using the resistance bands at the top, some high bands, and then another one at in the middle, and another one at the bottom, what you don't want is to start unclipping everything and start readjusting. So it's good to make sure. If the door's a little bit open, don't worry. It's really, really safe by the time you get your resistance tubing in. Okay. So what we're going to do is a little bit of a warm-up before we go into our activity. I'm just going to show you a couple of exercises that you can do using your tubing and these door anchors. Okay, so you would have done your warm-up and made sure that you're nice and warm, you're in your safe environment, you've got your anchor points in ready. So what we're going to do a couple of exercises that you can put into a circuit. We're going to do a pushing exercise, so some chest presses. We're going to do some pulling exercises, so standing or kneeling rows. And then we're going to do some squats, and then if you wanted to, you could put a little bit of cardio in. If you haven't got a timer, absolutely fine. We can go for about 12 to 15 repetitions on each exercise, having a little rest in between. Or if you've got a timer, You can do 30 seconds on each exercise and then recover for 15 seconds, which will give you enough time to go into your next exercise. So we've got Sonia here, okay, she's going to be my little demo person, and we're going to set up, okay, the bands. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all together because we're going to be using the middle one. And as yet, we don't know, okay, which bands would be suitable for Sonia. Because sometimes when you pull, you can use harder resistance, and when you push, you've got to make it a little bit easier. So if we feed all the tubing in, just making sure that they're all the same height, same level. That's why it's best to set it up. So maybe do this before you warm up. Okay, so we've got all the tubing in there. So Sonia's quite fit. I think she can push quite heavy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for the medium band. So we're going to go for the green and the blue. And we're going to use these two attachments. Okay, so what we do is we clip on that one. And that one, so that's one end. Okay. And then we're going to go for the other side. Okay, so we're going to clip on that one. And we're going to clip on that one. So we have two. So what we're going to do is our pushing first of all. So we'll just demonstrate and then I'll let Sonia have a little go. So when you're pushing, you step away from your ankle points. Okay, so your back is forward, your back is to the ankle point. We're going to stagger the feet a little bit. Always think about your posture and your technique. So relax your shoulders down, tuck your tailbone under slightly so you're bracing your core. Always look forward and imagine you've got an apple between your chins. Your chin's not down here and it's not right up. Okay, and all we're going to do is push forwards and release. Push forwards, breathing out and in. So we're going to do about 12 to 15 repetitions or 30 seconds. We then have a rest. I'll show you the next one. I'm going to make it a little bit harder, so I'm going to add the black band in. So all you do is add the black band onto each little attachment. This is where you've got your 15-second recovery or your little recovery if you just do counting repetitions to change the tubing. Okay, so now we're going to face the ankle point because we're going to work the rear part of your body. We're going to do some pulling, which is really important to do some pulling exercises. Relax your shoulders down, tailbone under, knees are nice and soft, and we pull and squeeze your shoulder blades together. So breathing out and breathe in. Breathing out and breathe in. So you really relax your shoulders down. Okay, then to give the upper body a little bit of a rest, all we're going to do is some bodyweight squats. Okay, 12 to 15 or 30 seconds. After that, if you want a little bit high intensity, okay, 15 jacks or 30 seconds. We have our recovery again, and then we go back, changing the attachment to where you need the pushing one. So Sonia, let's have a little go. Oh, this one, so I'm going to take the black band off because remember we want it a little bit easier when we're doing the black band. And I'll show you how we can make it harder without changing the resistance. There you go, Sonia. So you're going to step slightly away from the ankle point. That's it. Stagger your feet, relax your shoulders down, tailbone under. If you can, you're going to push forwards. That's it. So, and again. So you can have your hands in, okay, your palms forward, or you can have your palms down. Entirely up to you. How's that feeling, Sonia?
Good, yeah.
Easy?
Reasonably easy.
Okay. So if you wanted to work a little bit harder, you come a little bit more further forwards. Okay? So you've got more resistance there in the band. Is that a little bit harder? Yeah? If you wanted to work harder, you slow the exercise down. If it's still too easy, you add on another band. Okay, so that's our 30 seconds. So then we're going to face away. We're going to add the black band. It's quite easy to attach. So there's one. There's the up. Okay. So tailbone under, relax your shoulders down. Come up at tiny bits on you, don't bend your knees so much, that's it. And pull. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, so do that little bit of a pause at the back, okay? Now if you want to, you can change the position. So you're going to turn your palms down, Sonia, so go down, and elbows out. So you're working a little bit more into the upper back. So there's different ways you can do it. Is it easy? Is it hard? How are you feeling?
Reasonably challenging that, yeah.
Okay. So if you did want to work a little bit harder, okay, you could balance on one leg, okay, you could slow the movement down, or you could add a little bit more resistance. You feel your core work a little bit more?
Yeah.
Brilliant. So there's all different ways that you can do, and this is a really good one to work into your back muscles. Okay, rest it there. So then we would do our squats. You're going to do squats. And then you do your jumping jacks if you want to do a little bit of cardio. And you do that circuit 3 to 4 times, whichever you find is best for you. Okay, so what we've done is we've taken the attachment out the top, and we're going to use it now and put all the bands together on here, and we're going to use it at the top of the door. So remember what I said, if we're going to do it at the top of the door, you need a door that closes this way, yeah? You need to really make sure that as you're training, nobody is going to come through that door. Okay, because you want that anchor point secure. Okay, so what we're going to do, I love this one, it's for your lats, so your muscles here, okay, in the back. And we're actually going to use these Velcro ones. Okay, when we do another class in the future, we can use these to work into your legs, but these are really, really good to make sure that you work into your lat muscles really effectively. So remember, when we pull, we need a little bit heavier. So don't forget, your black one is the heaviest. So what we're going to use is, I think we'll go for black. So we'll go into that attachment point there. You clip it in. We'll go for black and green. I think that might be a little bit easier, so we can always change it. So we'll get black and green. Okay, on the other side. So this particular exercise can be made easy and hard, okay, by just body positioning, changing where you are. Okay, so basically you want that to loop through, it becomes, you need to be able to get your hands in. Okay, so if you can, you're going to kneel down on this one. Okay, but I'll show you if you can't kneel down how you can make it a little bit easier for yourself. Okay, so you're going to kneel down, you're going to hinge forward slightly, relax your shoulders down, and you're going to lead with your elbows. So you're going to squeeze right into your lat muscles and release, bracing your core tight. So you're leading with those elbows, that little tiny squeeze. If you can't kneel down, grab a chair. Okay, similar kind of thing. Okay, lean slightly forwards because we're going to work into your lats. Okay, those muscles in the back, you really squeeze, but really relax your shoulders down. Okay, bracing your core tight, protecting that back. Okay, we just want Sonia to try this one. Because you can get this one wrong. You all right, Neela?
Yeah.
So you're going to hinge slightly forwards here. That's it. And you're going to pull, but you're going to lead with your elbows. That's it. Squeeze. So try and keep the hands in and release. Okay, pull and squeeze. But can you feel it in here?
Yeah.
Great, and release. So breathing out as you pull, and then breathe in as you release. And this is a really nice one for here. Is it too easy?
I could come back a bit.
Okay, fine. That's it. So what I'm going to ask Sonia to do now is to do it wrong, because you can do this wrong. So what I want you to do now is to try and lead with your hands so they come back, so you don't lead with your elbows. Yeah. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Can
Not
you feel
in
it
the
as
same
good?
place.
Yeah. So you can see how you can do that wrong. So try it again, you leading with your elbows. Squeeze, you need to lead with the elbows, and that's what's going to get in here, and release. Pull and squeeze, and release. Okay, well done. So with that one, we've got that little lat pull. What we're going to do then is triceps. So, triceps are a small muscle group, so we don't need as much resistance. So we're going to take the black one off. So we're going to be left with just the green. You can keep these hand ones on, absolutely fine. Okay, you're going to stagger your feet, tuck your tailbone under, and it's if you're going to throw a dart. Okay, so you really push out, push in, looking forwards. Imagine you've got that little apple between your chin and your chest. Have a little go of that one, Sonia. So you don't have to change the adjustments, so it saves time, yeah?
Is my apple there?
Your apple's there. Tuck your elbows in a little bit. That's it. Bend and push away.
Throw a dart.
Yeah, it's like you're throwing a dart, literally. You're throwing a dart, it's going to work down into your triceps.
Is that
Pause
back
nice
foot
and
meant
nice.
to be off a bit like that?
Can be, yeah, as long as you're comfortable. Nice soft knees.
And breathe out on throwing my dart.
Yeah, breathe out. Get that dart right in the middle. Is it too easy?
Oh, you can feel that though?
And your tricep.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So if you wanted to work a little bit harder, you step further away, or you go a little bit slower before you start adding in your resistance. How's that?
I can see how that, I really feel that, yeah.
And as well, because we're doing standing work and we're doing work with resistance, you're using your core a lot more.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So then if you wanted to, just put it in a circuit. You've got your lat pull, you've got your triceps. We could do some curtsy lunges with a little bit of a reach so you get your lower body in. Okay, and then you can go for a fast little run for your little bit of cardio. Okay, so remember you can do 12 to 15 repetitions on each, a little gap in between, 3 times through, or you can do your timing, 30 seconds on each exercise, 15-second recover. So there's a couple of ideas for you to do over the next week or so. Please give some feedback as to whether you've enjoyed it, whether you'd like some more, because there's lots more exercises that we can put together just using the tubing. But you just need to make sure of your anchor points and the safety part of using resistance tubing. Enjoy.